Here we go, Nick.
Hey, we doing, Mike?
What's up, my man? What do you got in there? What are you drinking? A beer?
Yeah, man. We got to cheers to Table Titans, man. That's how it works.
Cheers. I got a Coke Zero. Coke Zero guy.
Ah,
So
nice.
Nick, a little bit of time off. For us, you've been staying busy, obviously running the pages, and the pages have been blowing up.
Yeah.
4 million views in the last 30 days, which usually once the show kind of passes the month.
Enjoyed the barbershop. I love the energy in barbershops. Yeah, I've got a good bond with my barber. So like there are times where I'll go visit him. And so I was like, all right, screw it. It gives great flexibility. It'll give me the ability to make some money. Cause like as you know, fighting's not exactly the most paid.
On some boxing and Muay Thai in the future in that Cage Titans, Ring Titans. But for now, we're gonna cap off 25 professional wins, finish as the champion, and then we'll see. I'm not gonna completely retire. That is for sure. I just love this shit. I'm gonna probably, come out of retirement at like 50 and fight at some point. But yeah, I'm all in against. Fucking great.
Who's the second one? But I'm excited.
So I have been muted this whole time. Thank you for pointing that out, Liam. Can you hear me now? Dude, I'm not having a day. I'm all off my game. I know you can hear me now. So for the first part of this stream, when it's reposted, there is no sound. You can hear me now? You can hear how embarrassed I am now. Dude, I've been on for how long have I been on? Been on for 6 minutes talking to dude, that's an L that I just got to hold. We just got to live with. We got to learn from. But yeah, streaming's going great, guys. In other words, streaming has been going absolutely phenomenal for your boy. How about we just restart this whole thing? So, again, hi everybody. How are you? Good to see you. Especially Liam, who I think is the only person here. So I was just going over my work, going over girls lacrosse, Nielsen basketball. I was looking at their stuff because they're like an NIL company. And yeah, now we're really off the rails because I'm off. Dude, I can't believe I did 6 minutes, no audio. Actually, I totally can. You see what the director biopic? Oh, okay. We're doing another biopic. I just started watching Anderson Silva's one. I don't know if anybody saw this. Anderson Silva has a biopic that's on Paramount Plus. Can I pull this up in another tab? Yep, I can. Hold on. So, Anderson Silva biopic. I love Anderson. It's normal to love Anderson. It's normal. Yes, the spider. Hold up. So if I do this, will it pick up? Yep, there it is. It's the spider for Anderson Silva. Henderson. And so I've been watching the show, and it's off. It's not awful. It's just really like kind of rushed. So if we're gonna be doing GSP biopic, Thomas Soto. Why do we keep doing this? It just happened. It feels like it just happened. But Henderson. But this is the problem that I have with this. It's first of all, it's in Portuguese, which I don't have a problem with. I love dubbed over movies. After a while, you stop forgetting it's there. What I don't like is that the dub overs don't have a Henderson Silva voice. If you've ever listened to Henderson, he talks like this, and it's really fun. I love the way Henderson talks, and he doesn't talk like that at all in the movie or in the show. Just sounds kind of normal, like it's a bad dub over. I don't think I can play any of it, but yeah, it's normal for him to talk like this, like swim with the sharks, go. It's great to put on the great show. I don't think I can play that, but that basically doing the Tommy Toehold version of him. But okay, now we're getting GSP. So I guess imagine it will be you will be bullied as a young kid, right? You will be bullied, and then you will have to learn Taekwondo, and then you will have to get better at that until he can make it to UFC. I love GSP. I was the biggest GSP stan in the world. And you grow older and you realize that Nick Diaz was cooler and was the real deal. But dang it, man, when I was coming up, GSP was just untouchable. He was the guy. So a GSP biopic, I would honestly rather see a great GSP documentary, like something like that. More than I would honestly like to see that. And the thing is, I'd like to see like the UFC produce it, like back with their old filmmakers. Like I'd love to see that. But I'm not holding my breath for that one. That was just a random scroll off of nothing. Let's say summer hockey. Nope, not doing this. Jobber. Nope, not doing this. I don't even know what that is. Orlando City SC. If Liam's in here, dude, it's Rhode Island FC forever. It's Rhode Island. It's dude, the RIFC out till he die, dude. That's what it's going to be. But anyway, I have been. I'm just trying to get over the fact that I did 6 minutes with no friggin' audio. No audio at all. Oh god, that's brutal. But yeah, I had a brief cameo on last night. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and now it's doing things I don't understand. We're going to be chopping that one up into individual ones. So we're going to go into the back end of YouTube Studio and go through that, open up Premiere Pro, and just get everything going. Yeah, dude, I'd love to come out. Actually, I haven't seen Rhode Island FC live, and it looks like an absolute. Hold on, let's so people don't understand. And also, I'm gonna pull up Liam Crowley photo real quick because he also has some really dope shots for this too. But I want everybody to kind of get where I'm going right here. So here's Liam. He's in the chat right now. He's been on top of the cage for the last 2 years now. And yeah, dude, he absolutely snipes. These are some of the shots from the last show. He's been doing more concerts. We love to see that. Hockey, always love to see that. Yeah, so he's been on top of the cage. He originally started off in the balconies, and he came with Miguel Sevison, and we just started noticing these balcony shot photos were just awesome, and everybody was sharing them, and everybody was liking them. So we eventually, it's like, hey, we have a spot open. We want to come down, and we'll make this a part of our repertoire, the balcony shots, the Avi shots as they were, which he still is on YouTube. And then, through circumstances, he started getting good, and it's like, hey, the opportunity came to be on top of the cage, just took it and never got off. And yeah, he's been our consistent shooter every photo album. And one thing I love about Liam, he actually goes through and he sends each album personally to each fighter, which I think is awesome. Because usually in the past, we had to just like post them on Facebook albums because everybody was on Facebook. And I wish people understood how big a deal it was for a Facebook album to drop. $25 in such a good time. Okay. Rate went up. But yeah, dude, like I already forgot my tangent. I already forgot it. Not even gonna lie. But I love his WNBA stuff working with the Connecticut Sun. And here's Rhode Island FC. So yeah. Honestly, this looks way, way better than whatever the MLS is doing right now. I mean, like the Revolution. I have hopes for the Revolution, but our AFC just blew it out of the water with their atmosphere, with the branding. Everything they did this year was so awesome. Oh, look, there's Caitlin Clark. I think I always say it's like, yo, dude, this guy's got pictures of Caitlin Clark because that is a flex. That is a massive flex. The upside down photo. That's sick. Dude, this portfolio just kicks ass. Kicks ass. Yeah. Oh, so getting back to the lore of Liam. Then Liam finds his way to being the cage photographer and also the inside photographer, and he's been just really just a weapon for us for the entire time he's been here. We're so lucky to have him. Rhode Island FC was a promotion that I hadn't heard of yet. No, there is a few new promotions coming out of Rhode Island right now, but not Rhode Island FC. What's up, Zach? Good to see you, buddy. I always appreciate you tuning in. I really do. Because it feels like I'm just mostly hanging out with myself. But yeah, I'm more into the second tier of soccer, and I definitely got to get out to Rhode Island. Give me a media pass, broski. You know me. I can't hang out. I can't sit in a seat. I need to do something. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm doing with myself. Oh man, there's just some all-time clips in here. So yeah, if you look here, this is when he was shooting from the balcony. And then he moved up on top of the cage. But the balcony shots, man, they just really captured the vibe of it because we're so close to the cage that we kind of lose sight of what this can look like from the balcony. Like this shot right here, Jack Congdon. Just sick. Let's see. Yep, that's all good. And yeah, man, I love these photo albums. We have a lot of great. Well, like I was saying it on the stream last night, dude. I think the Cage Titans media team put us up against anybody, dude. I think we smash it, dude. We smash it. Videography, photography, just the whole social media team has been really, really good, really, really good. And you know, the whole thing is like some of this, like I make the joke about like Xavier and like a couple other teams, Jason. It's like, yeah, man, I'm so happy we have you for however long we're gonna have you because somebody's gonna come snatch you up soon. You're gonna be world famous, and we're not gonna be able to afford you. And that's the goal. It's the same thing with the fighters. Oh, yo, we just announced this one. Joe Poirier's back, gun shows. Found out whose opponent was last night. Cannot reveal it yet. We're trying to make it a big deal because it is a big deal. All I always know is I'm always happy to see Joey Guns. Dude's never in a bad fight. Knows how to sell a fight. He's a aura. He's a vibe. He's got incredible hands. Can finish in submission. Most of his wins come from submission, but it's opened up from the striking and people kind of, it's not like he's a wrestler shooting and taking it down. He cracks people and they start to shoot and then he locks them up. And so it's a really entertaining style. So I'm really excited to see Joe Poirier back. The pound for pound drops. Now, can I just please state this while we have things on the record? I don't even have a vote for pound for pound. Like, I have nothing to do with this. I said when this came out, it's like, hey, it's fun. It's just fun. It's fan engagement. I have no problem with it. And it was kind of Louis' initiative. He took it on, and it's been a smash hit. It's been a smash hit. The numbers don't lie. I mean, like, you look at the engagement that's been going on it. I've seen some of the shares from it. Appreciate it. That first photo on my page gives me PTSD. Hey, bro, scroll back on my stuff. I feel the same way. You're not alone in that feeling. The biggest thing is just keep making more stuff, and it just pushes that stuff even further and further away. So if anybody goes back, you'd be like, dude, look, how long ago was that? Like, yeah, it is what it is, man. But we all learn, like streaming. Like for me, example, today, I was streaming for 6 minutes, and now I have 3 concurrent viewers, which is now the highest stream we've ever done. Breaking records out here. Even if we fumble, we still move forward. But the pound for pound came out. You know what the thing is? I saw no real debate around this one. Nobody was really mad about any of the placements or any of the guys. Everybody was just super supportive. And a lot of the targets, it's like, we're moving up. Or look how many of our team is on here. And that's the right way to take it. Because I don't think anybody should take these rankings or these graphics, even that they're not that deep. It's a chance for fans to engage, a chance for fans to have fun, to think a little bit about it, keep Cage Titans on your mind when there's not much Cage Titans happening. But yeah, so we got Nick Eldridge back. We just confirmed that he's going to be fighting Johnny Cupcake, so I got to make a graphic, get a news out for that. It's 12:30. It's been, I don't know how long since the show. We got to jump on that. We also have announced Thurman Hargrove versus Carter Whitty, which is going to be a gong show, man. 135 amateur is just absurd in Cage Titans right now. And then other fight news, Joe Poirier's coming back. We also, I think, just confirmed Zach Sabatino's coming back. I actually got to look at the whole of the card that's building right now and some of the names that are in the docket right now. And what most people don't know about the stream, on Table Titans, is Mike is actually making fights while that's happening. He's getting texts in and out. He's corresponding with people while he's interviewing with other fighters and talking on the podcast. It's like, dude, he's still making fights as that's happening. That's one of the funnest, little Easter eggs things, you know? But yeah, so we're about to turn up the volume of Cage Titans. May 9th, CTFC 76 in Plymouth, Massachusetts, back in Plymouth Memorial Hall. Cannot wait. My notifications are buzzing right now. I don't know if I should, but I do want to call out somebody who left a comment on one of my trial reels. It's in poor taste because I know they're kids. That's the thing. It's just you want to be salty on the internet, especially I want to be salty sometimes, but I have to check myself and remind myself, hey, you're unk. You don't make fun of kids. You don't need to mix it up with kids. It's not what you need to do. If they're going to chirp you, just let them chirp you. Who cares? At the end of the day, dude, they're kids. They got no bread. It is what it is. And again, it's also I'd be giving attention and followership to a person with 1 follower. So what the hell do I care? Anyway, getting back to everything that's going back on Cage Titans. So this afternoon is gonna be a heavy content day for Cage Titans, and also we're getting the poster ready. We're gonna go with a whole fresh new design. I feel. Can't wait to see what Mike. I even told Mike, it's like, hey, do we have a timeline on this? Like, I'd like to get it done by this time, but understandably, sometimes just creatively, you can't know when creativity is gonna hit. So you just kind of have to let it happen. And I sent some examples, sent some ideas. So we might have something soon. And then we'll start seeing the graphic cards roll out. And then we'll start to, start to feel the vibe of Cage Titans again. But I know we have so much stuff that we can do with this one, and that I'm really excited to get excited too. All right, let's see. Oh, now we're on Twitter. This could go absolutely left let's just see what's trending right now. Daredevil, Born Again. I am one of the few people I'll go on record saying I didn't mind Ben Affleck. I that movie was goofy, but Kingpin. Dude, I thought the movie wasn't that bad, but also I was like 13 when I saw it, so I didn't know what a good or a bad movie was. I just saw it's like, oh, sick superhero movie, ballistic, Reebok. Oh, my old place of employment. Let's see what's going on. Still following. No hard feelings, guys. I left on my own terms. Signature shoe deal with Reebok. Okay, so they're making moves back into basketball, which is good to see. I think Shaq. So they did an interview so back in the day, like when I was in the Reebok offices and I worked there, I would always say it's like we got to bring Shaq in as like a partial owner, and we need to make a strong push back into sports because most people don't understand is that Reebok. Maybe anybody watching this doesn't remember this, but Reebok was a huge deal. It was a huge competitor. The big thing that happened was Nike and Jordan just exploded in a way that nobody had ever expected, to the point where Jordan, a subsidiary brand of Nike, was bigger than Adidas and Reebok combined. So that's what they were up against. So what happened was the Adidas and Reebok merger, and they became 2. So it's the same thing I always compare it to when Anheuser-Busch was such a big beer company that Miller Lite and Coors Light ended up conglomerating to try to take out Budweiser, because them together had a better shot of taking on Anheuser-Busch than they did as separate entities and separate companies. And that's essentially what Reebok and Adidas were trying to do. But when they were making the split, what had happened was they were like, Adidas was like, hey, we'll take sports. We'll take like football. We'll take basketball. We'll take baseball. We'll take hockey. We'll take them all. And you guys can get workout and athleisure. Because think about this. Sporting apparel, sporting goods, that's really just kind of a small market. Only a few people are actively playing sports at a given time. There's so many more people that wear yoga pants, that wear functional clothing like that. So there's actually a much bigger market. We'll also give you CrossFit. You can make a deal with the UFC. And that was around the time that I came into Reebok, and then it was like, we needed sports. The big deal is CrossFit did fill an immediate void, and the understanding of the Reebok deal was that Reebok was what kind of pisses me off about this, just because I was on the inside of it and I know people and it's personal to me, is that the Reebok deal was never going to make Reebok any money. They were never going to make money on this. This was a money out marketing partnership with the UFC. And the idea was that, hey, we want to start breaking into this martial arts market because we think jiu-jitsu, we think Muay Thai, we think kickboxing, we think mixed martial arts in general is going to be the next CrossFit. There's going to be these gyms popping up everywhere, and we want to be a part of that so people associate our gear with it. So they built out entire new departments, brought in great people. And the biggest fallacy that I think is that, oh man, these people really aren't fight fans. It's like, no, some of the designers may not have known, because again, like, you can't expect every graphic designer to know everything about the UFC. Some of them were legit fans, but the people that were in the positions of power at Reebok Combat were legit fans. And they tried to do, it's like, hey, we'll do custom colorways, we'll do this, we'll do that. But most of it was kind of just blockages between the UFC wanted to keep things as a very broadcast uniform look because they were getting the ESPN deal. So they didn't want a lot of different sponsors clashing. They wanted the clean uniform look, and it was actually kind of rushed. So a lot of what the early Reebok stuff was leftover CrossFit. And yeah, the deal just never took hold. The narrative of Reebok sucks amongst the MMA community just took hold. And the thing is, like, what bugs me now is that I see what the Venom deal is, and it's essentially the same Reebok deal, but nobody has any issues with it. Nobody brings up, like, hey, why isn't Venom paying more? People just bring it as the uniform policy. But the big thing about it is, I think it's because perceivably they like Venom. They just like, they don't have those ill feelings towards Venom. What do they got with Reebok? Angela Reese. I remember back when I was there, we had Cardi B. Cardi B was a massive asset. she was a massive she she was an asset, all right. Oh God. Love you, Cardi. Anyway, but I had some really good times there. Let's say I worked with Iverson, JJ Watt, met Dana White like 2-3 times. Dana has no idea who I am. But I've met him a bunch through Reebok. Conor McGregor. Dude, I'm trying to, dude, it was a really cool time, man. Really cool time. A couple of basketball players, I don't remember. Honestly, I just basketball players. Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins came in for a workout one day randomly. I remember I was just going through the store. I was just walking through. I didn't work in the store. I worked in the upstairs offices, but I was connected to the team store. So I would go down to the store every now and then for just check in on stuff. I remember going through and going on the wall and just big red hair. I was like, oh, yo, you're Becky Lynch. You're Becky Lynch. Oh, it's like, oh, yeah, you're the man. Cool. So that was a really cool time over at Reebok. Well, I saw a UFC Venom bag. Let's see. UFC goes for vacations. The UFC is really good. Yeah, dude. But most people actually didn't want to give hold up. Let's actually look at Reebok UFC. Let's see what's at the top of this, actually. It's still Arkansas, which is actually ironic because Bryce Mitchell trolled us into the ground because hold up. Where's my drawing? Show me my drawing. There you go, buddy. Hold up. I got my blur on. Sorry, I didn't get the frame in. Gotta get the frame in. Gotta get the frame in. But yeah, so I was talking about UFC Reebok. And yeah, Reebok was a good time. I loved working there. The Pandy didn't hit. I probably would have hung out longer. So cool working in a dry dock. Hey, buddy, keep it up, dude. Keep making more stuff. Honest to God, man. People were, when I showed it to some people after I got it, they were like, that's sick. Can I get one of those? So how much is it? It's like, I don't know. I just gave them literally some money out of my pocket. It might have been like $7. It might have been $100. I have no idea, dude. But it's a really cool stencil style. I would definitely also look into the work of if you haven't seen the movie Exit Through the Gift Shop, definitely watch that movie because I feel like that would guys like Shepard Fairey, guys like Banksy, of course, guys like Space Invader, all great street graphic artists that use stencil work, that use vector work. You'd love their stuff. You would absolutely love stuff. Let's see, UFC Reebok stuff. Yeah, I have a dude. I have so much of this stuff in the stash, like Reebok and UFC stuff that I got while I was working there. Oh, yo, this is the full card for the MVP card. Let's break it out real quick. Chris Avila. We like that. Actually, I like that. Hold on, let me get my dumb ass out of the way. Again, we are learning. I remember Shep when he was still in college. I reviewed it. Oh, dude, that's crazy. Check that out. But hold up, I'm caught up. Dude, this I got. This just took up my attention. So Chris Avila, Nate Diaz, buddy. Nate Diaz always looking out for the homies, getting them into positions to win. So Avila's back, man. Mini Diaz, we love that. Who's he? He's TBC catch weight about. He fights at 135, right? He fought Artem Lobov. I remember the same night that Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor fought. Chris Avila fought Artem Lobov in a training partner fight, which was kind of sick. So I'm happy to see him back. Good boxer. It's 8-9. Again, he's got a fighter's record. He just fights. He's a good dude. Let's see. JL Pereira. That's not who I think it is. That can't be. No, that can't be Paulatine's sister. Can it be? Because there's a lot of Pereiras out there, and I know that she has a sister that's actively competing in mixed martial arts through LFA. But I would assume she was on a UFC development deal. I would assume, but no, that can't be the same. Cannot be the same. 2-2 cannot be the same. Cannot be the same. Let's see. We've got Morgan versus Not too stoked about that one. Yeah, I mean, Samuel. Oh, yo, is that dude that was talking absolutely wild on a Indian MMA promotion? Because I see that, dude, that might be show stealer. Jason Jackson, former Bellator champion, going to Lorenz Larkin. What? I know Bellator when I see it. I don't hate it though. Jason Jackson, honestly, if he was in the UFC, I think more people would talk about him. He's got a really cool style, cool dude. I think Bellator and PFL did a great job of actually marketing him while he was there, but I didn't even know that he was available in the free agent market. Let's see. Up, Makayev, he's back. Maurice. Oh, dude, that's the guy that fought Demetrius Johnson, knocked him out. Oh my God, that's a great fight. That's a great fight. And again, you have an undeniable 15-year-old top prospect, arguably could be in the flyweight championship discussion, fighting on the undercard of your card on Netflix. That's huge. And you also know that he's going to bring a ton of buzz. So big pickup there. A Junior Dos Santos versus Desponja. Oh my God, somebody's going to go to sleep. So for those who don't know, so this guy has been a karate combat and been just marking dudes left and right. He is essentially how you take a heavyweight. Karate Combat's done a phenomenal job with him. I'm not the biggest fan of the new Karate Cop regime. I was more of an Adam Kovacs guy. I'll go on the record saying I'm an Adam Kovacs guy. But no, it's the thing is, it's just like they put that guy in the position, the Cuban karate machine, man. He just knocks people out in 10 seconds. Now, he had a little bit of a UFC run where they were trying to make him the next Ngannou, but they just found out the dude don't grapple. Dude don't really want to grapple. Which, again, if I can knock people out like that, it's just like, dude, let him try to get to my legs. I don't care. But the Karate Combat rule set was so perfect for him. So, huge card. That's a possible setup fight for Ngannou. Junior Dos Santos, I love Junior Dos Santos so much. He's such a cool dude. I remember his come up. I remember his back and forth with Kane. I remember all of it, man. He went this. So here's the other thing. Dos Santos could go out there and use his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt and just basically take this guy out, put him down on the ground, and choke him out very easily. That is a very big possibility if he wants to get to the Ngannou fight. He could do that. But there's also Dos Santos who knows it's a show. Bring the show, go sling that things, and his knockout. He's got those bombs in his hands too. And it's heavyweight MMA, so awesome matchup there. Oh, dude, that's a huge prospect. Panasi, I think he's out of KSW. Everybody's been saying. I thought it was an internet rumor that this guy was coming over. That's huge. That's huge. And of course, you got Ngannou Lens. Let's see how Lens does here. Honestly, Ngannou, I'm not entirely sure about how he's going to perform in this one. I don't know where his head's at. I don't know where his heart's at. I don't know where his training and his body's at. But dude, honest to God, man, like, has there been I'm gonna watch this one. I'm gonna watch this one. I think more people. I think honestly, if you're gonna take a good underdog bet, and I'm not a betting man, I'm really not. I don't want to even advocate for betting. But I don't hate Lins in this fight, bro. I really don't. If he can avoid that big shot, there is a pathway to victory with Ngannou and Stipe Miocic. Put that one out there. It's like, look, if you can eat the big shot and get away from it and slow him down, that's the way to beat him. But again, that's before he really became Ngannou. But okay, Diaz Perry, I'm excited for. Not even gonna lie, I just wish it was under dirty boxing rules. A five rounder doesn't really interest me as much as. Like, it doesn't interest me. I'd rather see dirty. It was 5 rounds, dirty boxing rules, 100%. 5 rounder, make it a 3 rounder. Who cares? But like, these boys know the assignment. They know what they're gonna do. And then we got Rousey Carano, which again, I'm not hyper stoked for it, but I was around a lot of girls who got into MMA because of Rousey, and like, every Rousey pay-per-view, I'd be like literally out there I would have be at pay-per-view parties at the girl's apartment. Like, could you imagine that? Like, homegirl, like, this is the exact scenario. I remember when she fought Betch Kohea. Let's see, I was on Newberry. She was living on Newberry Street. Picture this: just apartment full of girls on Newberry Street, locked into a UFC pay-per-view and main event because of Ronda Rousey. And then when she, beat the brakes off of Betch Kohea, all the girls just go nuts. And Yeah, man, that was like honestly, it had the same vibe as when McGregor fought and we were hanging with the boys, but it was with the girls. It was an unbelievable. Jake did a great job on this 4 regional showcase bouts and start building up triple main events. I mean, dude, he didn't miss. This is exactly what a UFC competitor could look like, especially if these are pillar events. Like, say they're not trying to do the rapid week to week thing that the UFC does, which I don't think is advisable anymore. Moon says hi. What up, Moon Dog? Most aura of any human being I've ever seen. Absolutely. We got to get that kid in the gym. We got to turn him into a killer for senior year. I'll send him. We'll bring him back an absolute warrior, dude. Like if he comes back, like if just literally just, I'll send him off to go train with absolute killers, and we will bring Moon back. He will be the biggest, most unshakable warrior goon we've ever seen in your life. Viral. But hi, Moon and John. Appreciate you boys. You guys should be like in school, right? You guys should be like paying attention to school and shit, right? Yeah. So yeah, but we're getting back to MVP here. If they do say like 4 pillar events a year, like the UFC used to do, 4 to 6 events a year, and just stack those cards and then do a 10-week promotional cycle for each one. That's competitive. And I've been saying for a while, like you see a lot of people talking about their contracts coming up, guys not wanting to renew. There's going to be a lot of big names coming onto the free agency market again. Like I'm looking at it, it's like, okay, an MVP is going to be available, yes, but how many fights does Israel Adesanya have? Sean O'Malley, Rob Dillashvili, Aljamain Sterling. I mean, you can go up and down the rankings. Kobe Covington, all these guys. If your contract is pretty much up, if you have a name and you've already gotten your big wins and established within the UFC, and basically you know what the next step is, it's like, hey, I'm either gonna be kind of fed for the next one, or I'm going to really try to go for this title run, because I still firmly believe that it's like, dude, the UFC is the highest level of competition. Winning that UFC title is the biggest brass ring to go grab. But I'm also a big believer, and this is friggin' prize fighting and take money. It's get the most amount of money you can, get the hell out of there as quick as you can. And yeah, man, if I'm like one of those people that's like, hey, do I take a re-sign with the UFC and take super tough fights at the top of the world? Or did I get enough value out of fighting for the UFC that I can now take my personal brand and I could go do it? Like I look at Sean O'Malley, right? So Sean O'Malley's a big name, and I don't know what his pathway to the title is. He already won the belt. He has a massive following on his own. And say if he has 1 to 2 more fights left on his UFC deal, just hypothetically, I don't know his contract situation whatsoever, but hypothetically, let's just say that. Sean O'Malley could literally walk away from the UFC and he would make more money just beating up bums in his garage on Twitch every single week than he would in the UFC. And then you think about it, he walks over to MVP. He has a relationship with Jake Paul. He'd be like, hey, yo, Jake, what do you guys got over there? It's like, who do you got for me? Dude, I will put up highlight reels like you will not believe. Make me and Chris Motino too right now. Legit, that could happen. I know another guy who's trying to fight Chris Motino, homeboy out of the UK who's been calling his name. I don't know where Chris is. I hope the best for Chris. Honestly, I think there's more bags. He's still in his early 30s. He could go out anywhere in the world, make a bag. I'm surprised Chris Motino isn't on this card. Put Chris Motino on the MVP card. He's available. We are in free period. They give you guys free periods? Absolutely ridiculous. But MVP card. Okay. May 16th, Intuit Dome. So here's the big thing. With Nate Diaz, absolutely, the California draw is there. With Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano, absolutely ticket sellers. How much is an Intuit Dome? I think it's a smaller stadium, maybe like 13. Could they sell 13,000 tickets at premium? That's going to be the big thing. Because here's the thing. We got to do the business here. Got to do the business. Got to sell the tickets. Place got to have an atmosphere. Are they going to do this? I hope they don't add musical. Yes. What's the staging going to look like? What are the they're going to allow them to wear their own clothes for their own sponsorships? These are all questions that I can't wait to see be answered on the night. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting night in MMA. I can tell you that for sure. I'm looking forward to that. Other than that, let's see. How long am I going? Dude, 39 minutes. I was planning on doing 30 minutes and getting some friggin' food. I'm dying right now. Just dying. All right. Yeah, I gotta actually. Yeah, man. So other things going on right now. Website is still up, guys. If you guys want to book me for anything in the spring sports, you can go right to this book now button and you can set up a nice little call with me. Actually, I have a few messages for mixtapes. I have a few mixtapes that could be done. So if anybody's just interested in an individualized mixtape for themselves, reach out to me within this week. Some of you have already, we talked about doing it in the past. So I'm going to clear time next week and I'm just going to start dropping some individual mixtapes. And if you'd like to order one, my big thing is I just rather have a call, talk, and then figure that out. I have done individual work in the past, but I tend to like to kind of keep doing teamwork. Team is kind of my vibe. I don't really like, soloing anybody out too much. But if we want to do individual mixtapes, this would be the week to order them up. I'm going to make some time and we're going to drop some new stuff because honestly, man, I've been working on some of these big projects for so long. I got to get back to just speed. Speed is everything, man. It really don't matter if like you could be the best shooter in the world if you have no timing. Like I'm even looking at this. Like I tore down a whole video for the girls hockey team recap video. I still am like 90% done with it. Got to get that last 10% done. And it's not a matter of how good it is. It's just like timing means so much. Right now, everybody's on spring sports. And as dope as that video was, I had something even doper behind it. Timing's everything, guys. Timing is everything. So I should probably jump off stream in the next 5 minutes and actually get back to work. Because, I'll give you guys an hour and then 9 to 10 hours. Just going to be here doing this stuff. I'm not booked for a little bit, so I'm glad I don't have to go shoot outside right now, but definitely looking to add some baseball, rugby, softball, track. Guys, like, let me know. We'll definitely come out. I think I'm also going to be doing spring photos for the teams and everybody soon. Make some content around that. Oh, and speaking of making content, so we got Cage Titan stuff that we're going to make. We're going to have to get some turns figured out. And we're going to be looking to book some other dates. So, I already started seeing myself fade. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Excuse the 6 minutes of no audio. I wish I could say that was going to be the only time that's ever going to happen. But let's be honest, guys. It's me. I'm gonna make mistakes. We're gonna mess some stuff up sometimes. But I genuinely appreciate anybody. Oh, taquitos in the freezer. My wife just texted me. Yeah, I'm going to make some taquitos. It's going to be sick. Yeah. But yeah, I appreciate everybody who tuned in. John, Moon, Liam, Zach. I could literally name all my people in here. I appreciate it. And for anybody who tunes in afterwards, I'll just put a thing in the beginning. It's like, 6 minutes, dumbass didn't know his mic was off. Spent all that money on a mic and didn't turn it on. Get out of here. All right. Well, appreciate you guys. I'm going to go make some taquitos and get back to work. Hopefully we got some clips out of that. And play the outro.